everybody to Awaken with Lizzie B. I'm Elizabeth Scarcella, and I'm back here on the couch with Amy Moscow.
Hi, everybody.
And we are continuing our virtual book club. We are so excited. And we are talking about Amy's first book, Happiness. In our last video, we were talking about the first part of chapter 1.
Right.
And that is about why it is that we are here.
Right.
So just a quick little review. So it, on the surface, may appear that we're here to get born, have some crappy things happen, have people tell us what to do, get trained to do some sort of job, whether we go to college or have some sort of training, do a job we probably don't like, and then find a job that we like, and go through a lot of different relationships with trials and tribulations, and then get sick and die, or hopefully we just die in our sleep.
Right.
Is that what life is all about? No.
No.
No, that's not why we're here, just to do that?
No.
No, okay. So then why are we here?
Well, like we talked about last time, the reason we're here is to learn. I like to read a little bit from part 2 of chapter 1, just a little excerpt.
Yes.
It's called The Incarnated Soul. Planet Earth provides an interactive classroom for the rich and dynamic progression of the soul, and one is able to maximize the benefit by taking on a body. It can be compared to learning through doing rather than learning by way of reading a lesson in a textbook. Our experiences as a physical being on Earth are framed within a finite period of time, whereas our souls are eternal. Our souls are not restricted by the concept of linear time to learn. Therefore, we have the freedom to gain different perspectives on our soul lessons through a multitude of different incarnations if we so choose. So, what does that mean?
Well, so in lots of religions we hear about souls are eternal, right? And we're going to die, and hopefully if we're good people we go up to heaven and we see our grandparents and everybody else who's passed before us and celebrate, and whatever we do up there, eat beans and rice, or in my case drink bubbly.
But shoe shop
over here.
No consequences.
But that's not exactly what we mean by that. So our souls are eternal, but we are meaning that we go on to other bodies.
Right.
And we bring the lessons that we learned or didn't learn to other bodies in a different time.
That's right. It's really looking at our lessons from a different perspective. Our soul lessons, okay? So our soul has this plan for us to learn certain things, and we take on different bodies in different incarnations to learn from a different perspective. We may take one lesson and show up in a body as a woman in one lifetime, and then the next lifetime we choose to bring that lesson forward and be a man and learn from that perspective.
Right, and this, you guys, isn't that weird, because how many of you have seen signs or yourself visited a psychic or a tarot card reader? I know from myself, I recently went to a wedding and there was a tarot card reader there. And there was a line so long.
Yeah, that's attractive to people right now because it's another way to get information. Most of us don't really remember our past lives, or we may think that we don't remember our past lives, but we have dreams that are very vivid and we know it's us, but we show up in a different body, we look different, we're having different experiences. Chances are good that's probably a remembrance and not just an arbitrary dream. But going to a psychic, I mean, I do this a lot with my clients as I read their past lives. And what happens is they get to see from an observation perspective a lesson in play in a prior lifetime. For example, you may have been a fisherman in a last lifetime and your boat capsized and you drowned, and this lifetime you have a horrible fear of going on a boat in the ocean, or you can't get in your pool, or whatever. It's just, and it's an irrational fear that you don't know where it's come from. Well, this may be an opportunity for you to overcome what happened in another lifetime and actually learn and grow from it, to have this fear.
Now, what if people aren't watching this and they don't realize that their life is here to have a lesson? What happens with these people?
What happens with them?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, well, if they don't realize that they're here to have a lesson,
Correct.
then they miss a lot of the nuances of the lesson, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you understand that you're here to have an experience, to learn a lesson, then you start paying attention. You start to awaken. to what the bigger purpose is, right?
Right. I did not feed that to her, you guys. Right. Okay. And so if we are to be aware of our lessons, then is it kind of thought that we'll be able to get through them quicker? And
I think so. I think when you bring awareness to anything, it helps to accelerate the whole process, right? It helps us to learn more when we are aware that we're here to learn. We're aware that there's a lesson attached to this experience that we're having. Then we can start asking questions. We can go a little deeper and dig some more and learn more.
now that's fun.
It is
That's
fun.
better than being at a job you don't like and getting sick and dying.
That's right. That's living with purpose.
Yes, it is. Well, you guys, thank you so much for your time and attention, and we will see you next time for Chapter 2 so that we can learn how to become happy through the recipe.
Gratitude plus forgiveness times love equals happiness.
Yes. Until then, we hope you choose to awaken to your best self yet.